Well, hi everybody, this is DearMamaSal, and I'm out and about. And I thought, well, as I'm out and about, I might just as well talk to you and just let you know that I have just been to get my car serviced. Now that, actually an oil change. And I don't mind telling you that my word for today would be YIKES! And the reason for that is because my oil change ended up costing me just a tad under $500. Now, I know that's an awful lot of money, but I have not had my oil change since the pandemic started, and I wasn't overly worried because, you know, I only drive it every now and then, but, you know, something told me maybe I'd pushed the envelope a little too far and I should get the oil changed soon. I'm glad I thought that. Not only am I glad I thought it, I'm glad I acted upon it, because the oil in my car was so low that it wasn't even registering on the dipstick. And the oil in my my differential and my back axle had the same problem. So I was about this far away from blowing up my engine and my rear axle. So, thank you. So sometimes you need to listen to what the voice in your head says. And not only listen to it, act upon it. So I literally, now here's the thing, I know you're saying, spent $500 on an oil change. Well, think about it. You know, everything needed topping up, replacing, and goodness knows what else. So, you know, my air filter obviously was filthy. Not mine personally, the car's air filter was filthy. And all the other things all add up. You know, everything that they do, you know, adds up by 50 or $100. And I actually think that getting away with 500 or just under was probably not a steal or not a bad thing. Now, I know that you're saying, but even so, Sal, you know, $500. And think about it this way. I should have put makeup on, shouldn't I? Anyway, think about it this way. If it hadn't been the pandemic, I would have oil changed my car at least twice each year. And it's been nearly 3 years, 2.5 anyway. So that would have been 5 oil changes, and the average oil change, without anything getting replaced, the average oil change is, you know, probably about $100. So if you think about it, it's about right. If I'd had it done every 2 months or every 6 months, I would be in for the same amount of money. So is that expensive? And do I have peace of mind? And if you have peace of mind, was it worth every cent? Yeah, but oh, I forgot to mention my tires. Yeah, they were a bit low too. A bit very. So the good news is I am now on the way home, and I feel a lot better. Now, obviously, they did tell me one thing that was quite important, and that is that my radiator, and you understand I've got an old car. The car is nearly as old as I am. Well, difficult, but no, not quite. It's half my age, sort of. It's old. Anyway, so they did tell me though that I have got a problem happening with my radiator, and the guy said, you know, you will probably need to replace it. And I said, in what time frame? And he said 6 months. And I said, wow, really? And then he asked me, how often do you drive it? And I said, once a week. He said, don't even worry about it. And I said, what? He said, if you only drive it once a week, you've got really nothing to worry about. So I said, good. You see, the thing is, everybody sort of says to me, why don't you get a new car? Well, one thing I found out is that, you know, people always say, you know, after so many years, replace your car because it's going to start getting expensive. I want to tell you, if I averaged out the cost of keeping this car over the last 20 years. If I've spent on average $1,000 a year on it, it's a lot. And that's, you know, normally having it properly serviced, regularly serviced, and oil changed and everything. If I bought a new one, I would have a few bells and whistles that I don't have. I mean, I've got really nice bells and whistles in this car. You know, I've got heated seats and they're leather and so forth. But I don't have a backup camera and all those sort of things. But, you know, when I look at it and I go, this is a really luxury car of its day. And I've had it, I think it was 3 years old when I got it. And I've had it since the... a long time, and I really have no complaints. And so what I always say is, what's expensive? Obviously you all know it's a Jeep, and so it's a gas guzzler, but what's expensive? I use it once a week. I'm not commuting with it. I use it once a week. And what's expensive is, you know, trying to fill it up with gas these days. I can assure you, you need to basically take out a mortgage to fill it out with gas. But again, I drive it once a week. And so I don't fill it up with gas that often, thank goodness. And part of me goes, I might wait, and I'm wondering if I've got enough gas in the car to last me until July, because, you know, I've got rather a lot of expenses going on at the moment. So here's the thing, yikes was the first reaction, but you know, quite honestly, as you can tell, I'm really quite a happy camper. It is what it is, and it was overdue. Oh, by the way, the other thing that doesn't work anymore is my air conditioner, but they can refill it up with gas, special gas that they Freon, I think it is, or whatever it is they put in. And they were telling me to come back in about a month because they'll have that machine at this location where I've just been, and they'll be able to do that for me. And I said, how much will that cost me? And they told me about $200. Well, here's my thinking. You know, I've got some of those small little air conditioners, personal air conditioners. I've got one in my house and another one on its way to me. And I'm thinking, I'm really going to try putting a personal air conditioner and, you know, plug it into my USB port here in my car. And just, you know, bring cold water with me every time. Because I probably need the air conditioner for about 2 months of the year. In the car and in my house. And so I'm thinking I could spend $200, but I could just take my little air conditioner from my house, my personal one, and put it in the car when it gets really hot, and just take it with me, you know, and when I get out of the car, take my personal air conditioner with me. So I'm going to try that first. I think it'll work. It's another experiment, people. More coming. Bye for now.